Hi and welcome back to Bounce Forward with me, Tiff. I'd like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land on which I'm recording this podcast, the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation. I pay my respects to elders, past and present. Today I'm talking about something that's really personal to me, injuries. Jessica contacted me with a great question, something that is really close to my heart. Knee issues, prevention and injury. Is it strength training that helps for jogging, running, sprint training, patella tendonitis? As women are being encouraged to do some kind of sprint training for our older age, how do you do this when your knees hurt? Oh, I feel you, Jessica. Now, I have a lot of knee history. I did my ACL and had a full knee reconstruction when I was in my early 20s. I've had knee arthroscopes. I have regular hyaluronic acid monovisc injected into my kneecaps every 6 months because I have severe arthritis in both of my knees from doing so much contact sports and, fitness stuff. And that's okay, but I can manage it. And what I've learned in my journey is that it's all about embracing sit-down cardio. So I have to be at peace that I can't run as much as I used to. And I now sit down on the bike and I embrace the bike and I love the bike and the resistance that the bike can give me and the strong legs that the bike can give you. Running is impact, okay? Impact on the joints and on the knees. You just can't do it if you have knee issues. What you need to do is you have to be smart in how you load your knees. Now, a lot of people with sore knees, especially patella tendonitis, might say, hey, I'm not running, I'm not squatting, I'm not doing any lower body work. It just hurts too much. And it does hurt. It absolutely does. But you do need to strengthen those muscles, the quadriceps, the hamstrings, the abductors, everything that is around the knee to support the knee. And you have to be smart in how you load it. I do a lot of band work, so put the band around my toes or around my thighs, crab walks, your clams, basic Pilates moves, really important for strengthening the quads and the glutes. I also use weight machines like leg press, hamstring curls. I do a lot of weights on my legs, but I'll do them sitting down, seated or straight legs. I will never load a squat bar on my back and do a squat because that's too painful. I'll use an assisted machine like a Smith machine because it's safer. You really have to be smart with your strength training, but I really want to emphasize how important it is to do your strength training and not abandon it because you've got sore knees. You really have to keep the integrity of the muscles, and that will look after your knees long term. It's okay to not do sprint training and it's okay to not do running. You can achieve the same results on a bike, on a rower, on an elliptical machine, doing intervals at a hard out pace, okay, Tabata. You can absolutely achieve that on a bike. Don't do sprints. That is my message of the day. And pull back on the running and up the strength training. It is so important. There is a lot of research that sprint training will help in older age, absolutely, but knees are an issue in older age, and I think that we really have to look after the joints, and running is just impact. You feel it. If you do want to run because you enjoy it and you love it, then do it on a treadmill with some good suspension. Do it on the grass. Don't do it on concrete. And make sure that you've got the right equipment, like a good pair of shoes, good orthotics if you need it, and that you're really doing a good warm-up. Don't just say, I'm going for a run, see ya, bye, running. Make sure that you warm up your muscles and you warm up all the muscles around the knees and you look after your body. So it's a lot about listening to your body and a lot about self-love as well, and not getting into a mind frame of all or nothing. Like, if I'm not able to run or I'm not able to do sprint training, then I'm not going to do anything. You have to adapt your training and adapt for your injuries, and everyone is individual. Yes, sprint training can help you in older age combat menopausal, symptoms, But it's not for everybody. Not everyone's the same, and we have to individualize our training. So the other thing that's really great for your knees is swimming. There's no impact. It is fun. You're in the water and you can get your heart rate up. So if you want to take up swimming, that's fantastic. And talking about water, we want to do some good recovery for the knees. So I'm a big fan of ice baths. They're great if you have access to them. I live in Melbourne. It's freezing a lot of the time of the year. I have a pool that's not heated. There's my ice bath. I just hop in there. It's good for my knees. The other thing is infrared saunas. They can really help your knees and your joints as well. And you can even go to a recovery place and do intervals of like 3 minutes in a hot sauna, into 1 minute in the cold plunge, back into the sauna, cold plunge. And that's great for your nervous system, great for your joints. And I really like doing sort of interval training with the recovery as well, mixing it up. So yeah, be smart with your training, swimming, bike, strength work. It's not all about the running. Thanks so much for listening to Bounce Forward. I love having your company, so please DM me on Instagram at tiffhall_xo and let me know what topics you'd love me to cover. Don't forget to rate and review me on your podcast app. Speak soon. Happy days.